Welcome to Talking Junk.
I'm your host, Jason Melendez.
Live now every week on Fridays.
Talking Junk.
A multitude of professionals in different aspects, different walks of life.
You have to come on and talk junk like a normal person.
Welcome to Friday nights on Talking Junk. We're here as usual. I got Talon with me.
How you doing?
How you doing tonight, bro?
I'm doing all right.
Can't complain.
Nah, never.
Good. Is there a little bit of a lag? I think there's a little bit of a lag.
I think there is. I think there's something going on with my internet because other stuff wasn't loading. So
It might be mine. There's a storm down here still, so
something's going on. But
well, it's safe to say we need to do a little bit of investigating as to what's going on, and who better to help us than tonight's guest, Miss Danielle Spaar. How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you? I don't know how good investigating I am, but
well, isn't the character in your book an investigator?
yeah, but that's my son. He's
Okay.
17 now, so he's a great investigator. But yeah, that is exactly he you know how kids are. You said you were a dad, so you put a kid down,
Yes.
and what do they always find? Something to choke on, right? The earrings, the rings, the thing, you know. And so we always used to laugh about that. So we're like, oh my word, if you lose something, just put a baby down, they'll find it.
I'm always losing
Remember
stuff.
that.
I wish my kids would find it.
Well, now.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna train them now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. Well, I'm a 40-something person, and last 25 years, I've been a hairdresser and a banquet supervisor, and both those jobs I love. They're active. They're kind of crazy, and I'm kind of all over the place all the time. Like I could never sit in a cubicle. I definitely would get in trouble. So my jobs are a perfect fit for me, but they went bye-bye during the COVID. So I had to come up with something different. And I live in Minnesota. Yeah, you betcha. But
You live in Minnesota, don't you know?
Minnesota, but I'm from Boston. So I'm going to park your car and you better like it. So, you get those two kind of crazy.
Me and you, we're rivals, bitter rivals. I'm from the Bronx originally.
If I knew. Just kidding.
Bronx bomber, baby.
Better watch out for a moose suddenly showing up on your lawn.
Or moose patties.
Right?
Have you had moose?
Those aren't tires.
I have not had moose. I've had bear. One of my teachers, because I went to high school here, he brought
How
in
is
like
that?
all this crazy stuff. Honestly, I didn't really see. It's like gamey, but I was kind of like, oh, okay, it's meat. Like I didn't really think too much about it,
Spoken like a true carnivore.
Squirrel was like chicken. And I like deer jerky, whatever that venison. But none of in my family hunt though. So we came out here from Boston. My husband's from Virginia, and everyone out here hunts, and so we have to bum food off, the hunters. I'll cut your hair for like some venison.
Hey, that's an even trade.
Right? Exactly.
I'll cut you some bangs for a bear steak.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, but like I said, we didn't have a job. My husband thankfully had a job throughout COVID, but I decided to do something totally different. And I had written a children's book 12 years ago, and shoved it in a drawer. And because I made up stories for my son, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to publish a book.
Good for
So-
you, because that's what we do as parents. We shove our hopes and dreams in a drawer and forget about them.
Exactly.
Well, you know what, Jim? That's your fault.
Hey, I let one of them out. That's why we're here.
Or Jasmine's fault. I don't know.
Hey, you said it. You said it, so I don't get in
I
trouble.
did, but I'm
Yeah.
3,000 miles away. I got that safety net.
She'll still get you,
Women,
probably.
I was going to say, women are pretty resourceful.
I think she has a cousin in Cali. Be careful.
I'll just
She's
keep my head up for
she's
like a flying chunk.
big, brolic. Like she's like real roided out. Like Brock Lesnar is.
That's all right, bro.
Be careful.
You better go get a padlock right now.
I'll figure something out. Get something.
She looks like she'll bite the padlock. You need to get a gun.
We prank people all the time. My family loves pranking. And I pranked a guy from here that was in Virginia. So you just better watch out. We have skills.
Well, you know what? I could use some excitement. I'm all into school and everything. I'm a dull boy at this point. So go ahead. Bring it on.
Oh, funny.
All fun and no play.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So your books.
Yes. So what do you want to know? Anything? Everything?
Once you let that dream out of the drawer, how did you get it up and running?
Okay, so
How many books do you have? Was it like 4 or 5?
yes, I have technically 4, and then
These are a series.
yep. So I have a picture book that I'm developing, and I have my early chapter book, which is Logan Scott Files. Oh, funny, I have a book right here. How cool is that?
How you doing, niece or nephew? Who ride Rob 420?
Aw. You don't know who that is? That's just hi, auntie and uncles.
I don't have
Yeah.
any nieces or nephews, so
Well, they
I
feel like
do.
your family.
So if you are one of my nieces and nephews, Theo loves you.
That's awesome. But yeah, and I had tried. I had sent it to traditional publishing houses, like, when I wrote it, and I was like, okay, you get the letter. Oh, it's a great story, but we're not looking for blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. And this time, Amazon had come out with a brand new program called KDP, and it's basically a self-publishing platform. And then Barnes & Noble came out with the BB Press. And I found that it's an explosion of self-publishers. And I got a lot of help and decided that that's the route I would go, is I'd self-publish. I found out a lot of really big authors started that way. John Grisham.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I think even Dr. Seuss. I'd have to verify. My sister's always like, you better verify. I'd have to verify that.
Slow down with the Seussical, okay? We don't want to get canceled.
I know, right? Just kidding. The other Seuss.
Don't Seuss me, okay?
Now you're doing dad jokes.
as we would expect.
Yeah. Touche. Okay. Forget you guys. I'm going home.
So, Danielle, what was the very first book that you wrote?
I wrote A Spoiled Brat is Missing. So what happened is my son, both my kids, my friends would look at me and be like, oh, I'm sorry for you. Because my kids were like 10 kids in one. And I only have 2. So my son was just all over the place at night, and I had to come up with stories. We had gone through so many books, and he's like, okay, I'm kind of done with the superhero. I'm kind of done all this. So I started making up stories with his name, because what kid doesn't like a story about themselves being the cool dude in the story, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yep. So I started that, and he was Logan Scott, who could find anything.
Okay.
Logan Scott.
Yep. And
That's nice.
the very first one was about a spoiled brat, because it's like, I didn't mean for it to be like a teaching lesson, but I just thought of the story of this little brat girl who, from this rich family, you know, prominent family. She didn't get what she wanted. And so she decided that she would go missing. And then when her dad found her, he would be so happy. And then he would get her the sparkly purple shoes that she wanted. And he said, no, Joe. And Logan finds this out. And he's like, that's not very cool. So, of course, he has to scare her in the book, you know, like a boy, and make sure that she does not do this anymore. But I also included a secret department of the police called the Finders. They actually they recruit Logan into their division. And they're like, we need a kid's point of view. So we have this case and we need a kid to find him, you know. And that's how the first book got born.
So is it this one right here?
Yep.
Squirrel Brat is missing?
Yep.
We're trying to pull it up.
Yeah, and I just actually switched the cover. So my book looks different than that. But so, yeah.
It's quite a story to have come up. And then, so you kind of got like a little bit of a Hardy Boys vibe going on with this season, but a little more singular focused, inspired by your son, and then just, I guess,
the Logan Scott files.
You almost kind of want to express, but you're not sure how to do, I guess, almost unintentionally.
Who's Nikki and Tay Tay?
Yeah. So Nikki and Tay Tay, actually, Tay Tay Taylor is my daughter, and Nikki is my sister. And I always love like having a story that I can like make her either bad or good, and it's all in my control because she's my older sister.
Well, I couldn't relate. I'm the oldest.
Oh man, I'm the middle. I have the middle syndrome, so whatever.
Shout out to my little brother Eddie. He's the middle.
Oh, Eddie, I feel for you. Believe me, I know. I know
Don't
the
give him
trouble.
no fuel for his fire, okay? He's already a redhead. He got enough fire.
Oh, I'm Italian Irish, so I was born with fire.
We're Irish Puerto Rican.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've been in Boston.
What? I'm from Boston area.
No, I'm talking about Jason.
Oh, Jason.
Should have been up in Boston. Been Boston. I don't do it because I haven't been up there. I don't know enough people. So
hey, you kidding me, eh? From the Bronx, man.
Yeah. Mm.
That's the Puerto Rican side by one.
Yeah. Eh?
Yeah, the New York Rican beats out the Irish man, except for the whiskey for some reason.
Yeah.
You know, rum has its use, but whiskey has more.
Yeah, it touches your soul.
Yeah, it does. It feels like kerosene.
Not a definite does. Nice burning in your soul and a nice red in your beard.
Yeah. Oof. I don't want a beard, so I stick to vodka.
That's smart.
Oh, so you want chest hair then?
I got enough hair that I got to wax. I'd like it right up here, but you can't choose.
As long as it's Russian vodka, you're fine.
Russian vodka.
So when it comes to your books, now this whole series, what kind of got you to keep going? Because it seems like they're related in terms of character, but not necessarily of story. So what kind of kept you having more ideas? Was it just to create stories for your son, or did you kind of just start to enjoy the world that you were building?
Well, that's just it. I came up with a ton of stories for my son. Every night Logan had to do something really cool. And I remembered specifically the very first one. So I started coming up with different ones, and I wanted to include my niece, who is now, I'm pretty sure 27. She'll probably kill me because I don't know her age, but she is Sassy McSassy, and I love her to death. And Logan, I don't know with girls if you've ever read Junie B. Jones books, but she's like a kind of, yeah, it's a hilarious. Me and my sister still read them because we laugh out loud. Like, our kids are older. And that's like, I love those books.
I have to ask my 11-year-old if she's read any of those.
Oh my gosh, they're more for the 5 to 9-year-olds, but they are so funny because this little girl was my daughter. Like, she was just like, how they say, blah, everything comes out of their mouth.
But what age range are your books?
5 to 9. Mhm.
5 to 9. So I'm
Yep.
gonna have to get a couple of those for my
So
five.
most
my
modern
5-year-old,
Americans
my
fit into
4-year-old.
that age range in terms of
That is true. I mean, look at The Simpsons. We made a cartoon for adults.
right.
I love The Simpsons. They can never do no wrong.
I have to heavily disagree. Having watched all of The Simpsons, they started to do wrong, but it is still someplace that holds cherishment in my heart.
I want to say I thought
For a
the
good
worst.
decade.
I thought the worst thing to ever happen to The Simpsons was Disney's acquisition of Fox. However, they've done The Simpsons pretty good justice, and they are canon in Marvel. Might I add?
Really?
Yes, and on top of that, Lisa is worthy.
Lisa is worthy.
Yeah,
Okay.
she can wield Thor's hammer.
You're okay with this? You're just okay with them butt fucking
To an extent.
like that? It's just I don't understand. There's creativity and there's just like, well, we own it. Let's fucking put them together. That's not fun. That's money.
Yeah. Every big business ends up that way, though. That's a thing that I come to realize, like Star Wars, whatever. It's a business, and I will enjoy what I will enjoy. Like I like certain ones, so I'm gonna enjoy that, and I'm not gonna think about the business because honestly, if you do, it's all about money.
If it's really not even business, I just don't like Disney anymore. They're just too dirty for me at this point.
I lost you guys for a second. Sorry about that.
It's okay. We're on our own little Disney thing.
Well, listen, to defend myself really fast, I just like that The Simpsons are immortalized in more than one way. I love The Simpsons, so they deserve it.
It's pretty. I mean, how many seasons did they last?
Oh,
they're still going. I think they're on 33 or 34. Yeah.
Oh, and in the 30s? Yeah, I think
no,
they're in
definitely in the
30s. And
30s.
South Park, I think, is in like 24.
South Park's only 24?
I think it's in the low 20s. Yeah.
Because that was around when I was a kid.
Yeah, South Park
South
was.
Park?
Yeah, the two little boys, right? And they're like, right?
Yeah.
The four.
I never heard Cartman, Kenny, Kyle, and Freak. I forgot the last one's name. I never heard them quite described as cute, but no, I said Kenny.
No, I said Stan.
Yeah, Stan.
Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and Cartman.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I've
we
seen
have
it.
Team South Park, Team Simpsons. Is that what I'm thinking?
No,
Oh,
I love The Simpsons straight up through just like the 13th, 14th season. I just love like almost every episode. After that, after having watched it, it really kind of just changes in its quality of like just how it presents jokes and just does things. The air changes. So whether or not it's a good show really is not something I can take in because I know it from where it came from up to where it became, and it's just not the same. I've tried to watch
only
it,
because
like,
they try to keep up with
South
Family
Park,
Guy.
because it's literally done on a week-to-week basis. It's constantly evolving and staying relevant, so it doesn't really change its formula as much. And the biggest change it had is when it decided to have continuity for a while. But it's still more or less the same show. And I think it's a little bit funnier because it can go a little bit farther and make fun of stuff like South Park and be socially relevant in ways that they can't and make statements and stuff. But I wouldn't say it's one team or the other because I love comedy. So I just have an opinion on them, that's all. But I love both of those a lot.
And I would say if you know, with Simpsons, I'm sure that their hands are tied in some respects.
Definitely.
Because of who owns them. You know, like how far they can go.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
You think Disney would let them just free reign?
You think Disney would let them pull
I think they will.
I don't know.
Is that The Simpsons have their own lane,
right?
Yeah.
Which is what separates them from everybody else. Which, like your books, it has its own lane.
Nice segue. Nice segue.
Yeah, I tried. But it separates itself. You know what I mean? It's like the Hardy Boys, and it's like what are those girls? Nancy Drew and all of that. It goes to the whole mystery vibe, but it's in its own lane. because
It
Nancy
is.
Drew and the Hardy Boys are more for teenagers.
Right. And in like this like system we're living in, I feel that the kids are growing up faster. Okay.
Too fast.
Right? They're understanding things like this, and I'm sure it has to do with computer age. But so my kids went through it that they were wanting to read books that were in that teenage, and I was like, I'm not gonna like. Obviously, Hardy Boys were fine, but like Divergent and stuff. Like my 6-year-old wanted to read that. It's like, let's wait. So I wanted to create something that we could laugh at too. Like there's little quips in there that, so that parents, if they're reading to their kids, they'll be like, it might go over the kids' heads, but the parents are like, oh, I know that, that kind of thing.
My mom really enjoyed stuff like that.
And you're getting on me about dad jokes, but you're sneaking mom jokes in your books.
Moms don't
totally
do it
am.
as often. That's why. It's very, very rare. They're not.
They do it. They do it very often. The problem is sometimes it slips under the radar.
That's right.
Like a lot of the time.
We're sneakier.
Moms make.
I don't think that's something.
And we don't want nobody to know.
I don't think being sneaky is something you should boast about. I'm going to tell your husband.
Oh, he knows. He knows. When he married me, I was like, now I will tell you, this is what you're getting. I was out there. He was all like, oh, I love you. And I want to, wherever you are, I will love, blah, blah, blah. We've been in Minnesota for 20 years.
Don't y'all know?
I was up there in the early 90s. It was nice back then, I think.
It's a very outdoorsy state. I will give you that. And it's very clean. Like my mother-in-law, yes, will come out. There's a catch to that friendliness, though. Okay, so Boston, you say how it is. You're like, I don't like what you're wearing today, but you're my friend and I love you. Like you're just whatever. Not trying to offend, whatever.
A bit of cussing.
Why you're lying? Why are you lying and stick up for Boston? Boston's all in your face, almost like the Bronx. That's why we hate each other.
But they got a little more soft end.
There's no soft end. It's because they know they have a bigger bay to hide the bodies.
That's right. I'm Italian. I know where they're buried. Just kidding.
I bet you do.
My boyfriends actually they're like, your dad's not part of the mafia, right? Because he looks like a little mafia guy. And I'm like, no, he's like half Irish. So I don't know, maybe on that side.
It might be part of a mob.
Yes, exactly.
He could still be a consigliere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get up there.
Mm-hmm. And he did. He was always
whoever's watched
scary.
The Godfather knows he was Dutch Irish. So
Dutch. I did not know he was Dutch Irish.
I didn't know about the Dutch part. I knew the Irish part. Didn't know.
My husband is part Dutch, and that explains so much. Pure stubbornness. Pure stubborn.
That just comes with being a man.
Oh, great.
So now that your son is older now,
Yeah.
how does he appreciate the books now? Is it something that looks at fondly? Is it something that's a little bit embarrassing, or like how does that work? Because
Right.
you want to keep it going, especially now. So how does that make him feel? How does it make your family feel since you're kind of drawing on everybody?
I know they're kind of afraid because I'm like, yeah, y'all are going to be in a book one day. Sorry.
Stories of our family.
Exactly. I was a little worried about that, right? Because when I published the first one, he was 16. And so I kind of was like, so, what do you think? And he actually came up to me later and he was like, you know what? He's like, I kind of think this is kind of a cool thing that you're doing. And I was like, oh, cool. Thanks. I can't get all gushy because he's 16. So, but yeah, he's cool with it. And I think secretly he likes it. He won't ever.
He's immortalized.
Yeah. I mean, I got dolls that I got made. I got little figurines I got made. Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have to see these things.
All right. Where are they? They're up by my Yoda. Hold on.
see these things we must. Have them now we need.
Okay, so this is one of the figurines. It's clay. And I had a company make them, and they bake them, whatever. But yeah, and so
That's
I'll
really
give.
cool.
It's kind of like this little collector, and I'm gonna have a.
Reminds me of Precious Moments slightly.
Yeah, right.
We also must have your manufacturer because we have some ideas.
Oh, creative clay cabinet, something like that. But I don't know. They have to be not naughty things. And
No,
you
it's
are
not naughty.
boys.
Just see our little mascot here in the corner, our little microphone. That's really a trash can.
Yeah. That would be super cool. Yeah. They do all kinds. They do these steampunk, like you send a picture of you and your spouse or whatever, and they make like these couple things, and it's super cool.
I think regardless of your sexual preference, spouse works for everything.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Wow.
Just got to be cool, careful. Here's the dog.
I hope so. You can't get too damn.
No, I took a sensitivity class. It's the same thing.
Good.
All right, what are you saying while I'm off? Mm-hmm.
I said that I took a sensitivity class, so yeah, it's the same. It's universal. I took human services.
That's good.
So it was
awesome.
mandatory in it.
I guess so.
No, I think that's really
too
good.
sensitive. I think there's an awareness, and then sensitivity. That's a different word.
Well, it's
being picky.
Maybe the name of the course needs to be updated, but it's basically what it is.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I get it. Awareness is kind of the new sensitive, right?
Yeah. I mean,
To
hyper
an
awareness
extent.
is the new sensitive.
Yeah,
I
know.
Too hyper aware.
I
Cancel
think we
culture
just love to
kills me.
bastardize words today. We just don't give a fuck. It's just like, what do you think I mean the word means? Because that's what I mean.
I know. I'm like, look, I don't mean to offend anyone. So if I say something wrong, just, I'm blonde. I just go with that.
I can't
Gets me
keep
out
up
of a
with
lot
none
of
this.
stuff.
I hear you, but I can see the brunette under there.
Whatever. Take you back.
You can see the roots.
Whatever. Okay, so these are the dolls that I had made.
Oh,
This is Emily.
Really cute.
And then this is Logan. And I'm actually...
What I like best is that
I hope he doesn't
look
go,
like they could be creepy possessed dolls. That's what I like best. Because some people make a doll and it's just like, that looks like it would be creepy in the corner. Those don't look creepy. They look like
No, they don't. I mean, they could potentially.
They could. See, he didn't... Whoops, wrong one. He didn't have his... He didn't have his hair like she had it all down, and it looked really kind of weird. And I'm like, look, dude, my kid never has regular hair. It's always all over the place. You got to make him a little more punkish.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you stick it in the corner and turn the lights off, it'll be creepy.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I'm not saying like it wouldn't come alive. Just that if it did, I wouldn't feel like it was.
I hope it doesn't.
I'd be like, okay, well.
On second thought, don't give me your manufacturers. Not if they're coming to life.
Don't listen to him. Give us the manufacturers.
That's
we want a
hilarious.
talking microphone on the
This
show.
is the disclaimer now. If the microphone chokes you out at night, it's not because of us.
But yeah, I'm going to actually do a bunch of those because I'm doing a 4th book, guys, about Alzheimer's. So I'm giving away. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of
I hope you remember to
rewards.
do it.
I know, right? Because let me tell you, I have halfheimers.
Hey,
It's
so
a real
do I.
thing, man.
Definitely is.
You know what I think? I think it's the stinking cell phones.
Could be.
Definitely part of it. We act like we don't know what all that cell phone radiation does, but we've
Or the legalized cannabis.
years.
Well, there's that too.
It's in the air, man. It's in the air.
I know. I want to move to Colorado. Just kidding. Actually,
That's where you would go for psychedelic.
It's going to be legal everywhere.
yeah.
Didn't they just pass psychedelic legalization in California?
I was watching that.
Yes, they did.
Marie Shriver was on with her
California?
with the
Yes,
guy.
bro. Know your area.
What, like yesterday or something? I don't have my
It's
phone.
real
I think.
recent.
Last week, I think. But yeah, it's very recent.
More because I'm not on my phone.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry
right.
about that. Sorry.
Look, don't be. I've somewhat disconnected from the world, and I honestly
Feel good?
Yes, but I'm also getting somewhat of a complex, but I don't care.
Oh, seriously, I would throw my phone in a lake if my family would let me.
It's only now that people want to try to contact you.
Fun fact: I didn't have a phone for like
This is
5 years.
This is the state of my phone.
Uh-oh. Rice ain't gonna do you good.
Nope.
If you go into the archives, you can hear which episode it happened.
They can't.
Oh.
I was supposed to be up there, and then I was not.
Yeah, yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, no, but I would go. My family yells at me all the time because I forget my phone or I don't know where it is. And I'm like, when I was in my 20s is when I got my first cell phone, guys.
Is that a razor?
Probably. It was some flip thing.
Should have been a
No, it was before. It was before the razor.
Oh,
It was, yeah, because it was a chunky flip.
Black one
Mm-hmm.
with a battery on the top of it that you could flip over and had the
Yep.
green. My mom had that.
Those are brain cancer waiting to happen.
I know, right?
Well, before I forget, what was your Alzheimer's book about?
It is actually about my dad. You're hilarious. That's what we call a knee slapper. Get it?
That's a high knee slapper. 'Cause that's a-
That's a Polish joke, I guess. They do it all the time out here.
I would have had something to do with sausage.
No, sorry.
Wouldn't it be kielbasa?
Kielbasa?
I don't know
Yeah.
about the K, but kielbasa.
I don't know where the K came from either.
Yeah,
Kielbasa.
okay. Kielbasa is delicious.
Yes, I love it.
Kielbasa.
It has to be the all beef one though, because you can't get
Yeah.
the chicken pork one. That's
Put that up in some marinara, delicious. But let's get back to that Alzheimer's book.
Right?
I'm hungry now.
Kielbasa at all.
Well, my dad loves kielbasa, and he makes a really good gumbo with it. But it is about my dad. But it is I just changed the title, but it is the predicament that PJ finds himself in, because we call my dad PJ.
Now, is your dad this fine gentleman sporting this shirt right here? Hold on.
That's my little Italian.
Hey, bada boop.
Hey.
Baba the boopy.
Yep. Oh, he's gonna hate that he's out there. Oh my gosh, he never smiles.
That's my
So
kind of man.
that guy, if you look at other photos, he's a beast. He does Spartan runs. He did,
Wow.
yeah, like he still does CrossFit every day.
Oh my God. I look at CrossFit and I want to throw up.
Mm-hmm. No, he was actually he got trained to train people. So he was into it big time before he started forgetting.
I'm not gonna lie. I walked into a CrossFit gym
Did you walk right
just
out?
to take a picture with a wrestler. It made me go to the gym for a week, and then I got fat again.
Yep. So we do races. We do triathlons. He is super fit. He's, former Marine. He never stopped exercising. And so it doesn't make sense, like he's
It's
super
part
fit.
of his DNA.
Yeah.
It's embedded in him. That's why.
Yeah. And I think that because of that, he's very routine too. He has lasted so long. So yeah, the book, I'm actually giving 50% of the net proceeds because I'm doing a Kickstarter campaign. So once all the funds have to go to make it, I'm giving 50% for the life of the book to the Minnesota Alzheimer's Association
All right.
to help out. Yeah.
So you hear that, Junkers? Go out there and get that book when it comes out.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Proceeds
Yeah.
are going to something really, 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 really good. So be sure to remember to get that.
Yes. And honestly, there is a need for this because I went to look for Alzheimer's books for this age group, 5 to 9. There's really none. And that's the age group. I was telling someone, 4 and under, it goes over their head, right? What's happening to grandpa? 10 and above, you can actually talk to them and be like, look, this is what's happening. He has a disease. That 5 to 9, they don't know. And it's real scary. And they're like, oh, I don't want to go see grandpa. Mm-mm. So that's another reason I wrote it. Cause I'm like, we just got to get it out there. It's okay. We still love him,
I mean, I wouldn't be me if I didn't ask. Can we get a sneak peek?
Of what? The book? How do I
Maybe.
do? I don't even know how I do it. I have my cover. Oh, yeah. There it is, but I don't know how to share my screen. Now, where did you go? See, I shouldn't have done it.
See, I'm not sure if the site gives you guys access to share screen.
I don't know how to get back to you.
I can see you, so it's okay.
Oh, okay. Great. Okay. So yeah, but the title, or not title, the book cover is on Instagram. I did a reveal, and it's written. It just is getting illustrations.
Okay.
Man, that's really weird. I don't know where you are.
Oh, I think she accidentally left.
Uh-oh. Well, this was a very, very entertaining episode. Probably one of the best in a long time.
Definitely.
Miss Danielle, thank you very much for coming on. We're going to give you a second to see if you come back, but I know sometimes technical difficulties happen.
Yeah, you guys know, we're privy to some technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah. Definitely are. But let's go to her page while we're waiting to see if she can get back on.
All right.
And we'll look for that book reveal. Donde estas?
So, just kind of a little random off topic. I tried Thigh Stop today. All right.
What?
Thigh Stop. It's Wingstop's new thing.
You see, I heard about that, but I didn't know it was a separate restaurant. I thought they were just selling thighs now.
It's Thigh Stop is just Wingstop through DoorDash. It's something they're doing through them or some shit. I don't know what the bullshit is.
Thanks a lot, Colin. I'm hungry, and now I'm going on DoorDash.
I don't care. That's fine. Get some. I'm telling you because one, it was tasty, but I ordered a 5-piece thigh thing with 2 flavors, right, and then a regular size buffalo boneless of the thigh meat. I got this big ass motherfucking container full of fucking thigh meat, and then there was another container with more boneless thigh meat of 2 different flavors I didn't ask for. So I got they were having a crazy time. All I'm saying is that my order got
Hey,
hey, look, good timing.
Yes, thank you for saving me, because Tyler is making me very hungry.
I was just giving a review. It was tasty. They messed up my order, but it was to my benefit. That's all I had to say. So I wanted to share it. I had a win today.
Oh,
Well,
good.
I'm gonna go order, and hopefully they mess up mine and give me more too. So
For where?
here's hoping.
I tried out Thigh Stop. If you're familiar with Wingstop, they're doing thighs now. And
She's in Minnesota, don't you know?
I don't
Yeah.
know where they're not. So
Yeah, they're not here.
I'm pretty sure nothing.
they're making their way. I'm sure they're
Mall of
making
America.
What?
Mall of America is in
Mall of
Minnesota.
America's pretty legit. I haven't been there in a while, but that
Yeah,
place-
maybe there's a
They're amusement
Wingstop
park,
in
yeah.
there. No.
They might. No?
They have an amusement park. They might.
Yeah, they might. They have everything. They got bubble shrimp. They got all
Bubble gum?
kinds. Bubble
Bubble
I
gum.
gum.
think they might have like residencies in there, Jay. It's like 7 floors or some shit. It's
It's
huge.
crazy. Yeah, yeah.
It's huge.
Wahlberg's just
the
opened a
devil.
burger
Actually,
place.
I believe in the Mighty Ducks they go there. I think.
Yep.
They go to the Mall of America and Mighty Ducks. That place where they're going to the skipping school and on all those rides. They're in the Mall of America.
Mm-hmm. There's actually quite a few movies that came out here.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Well, I don't know.
You need to know, okay?
Yeah. Come on, you boners. Just kidding.
Warner.
So Danielle, we tried to look.
I don't know why.
We tried to look for your Alzheimer's cover on Instagram, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, it's like 2 or 3. I'm not gonna touch my computer again. Crap. And
It's all right. I'll pull it up.
It's on there. It's probably a couple days ago. No, I thought I did a side by side because I asked what they liked better. Yep, that one right there, the yellow.
This one right here?
Yep.
The perplexing predicament of PJ.
There you go.
Say that 5 times fast, please.
I know, right?
No, seriously, Junkers.
For
Take
real?
a video. Take a 30-second video of you guys trying to say that 5 times fast, and I'll put it on the TikTok page.
Predicament of PJ. The perplexing predicament of PJ. It's in the polyper.
Now he's a leprechaun.
Yeah, that happens sporadically with Talon. Typical Talon.
It's the bear there. You see, sometimes
It is.
it just kind of comes out your mouth.
Now, before you guys start making me do accents, let me just thank you once again for coming on the show.
Thank you.
This has been one of the funnest episodes I've had in a long time.
Oh, good. Good. I thank you for having me. This was super fun.
Thank you. We hope to have you on again. Junkers, thank you very much for tuning in. Till next week, we were... What? Oh, shit, yeah, we go on tomorrow. Well, I forgot about the break room.
It's called Google Calendar, Jason.
Yeah. We'll talk about cryptids tomorrow night, so stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Welcome to Talking